Hello and a very warm welcome to Her Space. Her Space is a podcast that delves into the world of women, mothers. It's all about women inspiring others. I am your host, Edna Thiongombogwa, and today I am so excited because we have a wonderful guest, a very dear friend of mine, a lawyer, and I will let her introduce herself. Karibu sana wakili.
Thank you so much, Edna. I am happy to come to my space.
Karibu sana.
My name is Naomi Wanjikumaina. I'm an advocate by profession. I am also a mother and a grandmother. I'm happy to be here.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
I know you wear many hats.
Yes.
And legal is one of the main ones.
Yes.
But you also run a foundation. Would you
Yes.
like to tell us about that?
Yes, I'm a lawyer and I have my own practice where we deal with all kind of things that pertains to law. And plus we have, outside that,
Yes.
I have a foundation, Save the Family Foundation.
Yes.
Save the Family Foundation is an organization that does exactly what it's called.
Yes. Saving the
Families.
families.
And deals with things that affect the family negatively and trying to help families to navigate these issues.
Yeah.
We can't do all, but we try where we can. We are especially focusing on the boy child.
Yes.
And seeing that the boy has really been left behind
Yes.
by so many organizations, Edna, you know that.
And we are still saying we hit the glass ceiling.
Yes, but that is an issue that has not really been explored. So we are still having that gap. In a small way, we say one boy at a time.
Yes.
Yes, if we can change the life and the trajectory of one boy, we are happy. Yes.
Thank you so much, Wakili, and karibu sana. Thank you so much for honoring this invitation. I love your passion for the boys. And I think here at Her Space, because we are very focused on women, I think we match. So empower the boys because even as we need them.
Yes,
we
we
need
do.
empowered men
Exactly.
for these empowered women that we are building.
Yes.
And I think the world, maybe I don't know how that happened because the world still feels that it's the woman who is behind.
Yes, it does, even now. But yes, in many ways, you could say yes. But in so many other ways, the boy is also behind. So these are two people that
Yes.
need to work together.
Yes.
Yes,
I
and
agree.
not emphasize one and leave the other because they are intertwined.
I totally agree.
The world cannot continue
Operate.
with one,
No,
you know.
we need each other.
So like you will see on top there where things happen,
Yes.
we have the man.
Yes.
Isn't it?
True.
The table
Yes.
where the cake is being shared.
Yeah.
The big one.
The knife is being held by a man.
Yes. And the ones who are eating the biggest portion
Amen.
are the men.
Yes.
And the women are serving tea. Well, it's changed over time so that we have very few. But still, even today, you find there are many boards,
Yes.
like in corporations, whatever. And you find that actually you will find 100% of them men.
Yes. I saw one.
Or you'll see one woman at the corner there,
Yes.
seated very small. So
True.
there is all these dynamics. Then when you come down, you find quite a number of women. Then down there, the women are down there still.
Yes.
But again, there are so many other problems that are affecting the men and the boy child
Yeah.
that need to be dealt with.
Yeah.
So that we have the thriving society and a thriving family.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think we need he for she for he.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And even here at Her Space, we intend to actually also bring men to support the work that we are doing of empowering women.
Yes.
Because without the men, we cannot thrive. And women cannot thrive without men.
They can't.
And once we empower the girl, she will need an empowered boy.
Yes.
Yeah. So what inspired you to start that initiative?
It is just, I have been in schools also. I think that is
Oh,
also
you
something,
love
and we have been with you
our common love
many
for
places in
primary and
schools.
high secondary
Yes,
schools.
yes.
Yeah.
In high schools,
Yes.
we've gone to schools to inspire
Yes.
kids there.
Yes.
And it is just that situation of you are seeing exactly what is happening. And you find that those schools, like we went to girls'
Yes.
schools with you,
Yes. Several.
and the boys are not being carried along, so that girls have so many people talking to them,
Yeah.
looking at all the things that affect them. Is it the sanitary towels? Is it what?
Yes.
But the men, and it comes also from our culture,
Yeah.
where boys are left on their own devices.
True.
And I remember when we were growing up, boys are not usually followed too much.
They are expected to be strong.
Yes, and they're expected also. They are men. We have grown up in a patriarchal. It's a patriarchal society, and the men are the head. Yeah, like you will find the girl will be left home cooking and doing things, while the boys are outside there playing ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are okay on their own there. So they are not even supervised. And that has also now, because the society has continued to change.
Yes.
That time probably it was harmless. But today, leaving that child because he's a boy to run all over the place, and as a parent, you will find that they get into things and they move very far.
Yeah.
Before you can bring them back.
Yeah.
Yes, because you're protecting the girl thinking she's weak. Oh, I don't want her to do these things, so I need to take care of her.
Yeah.
But the boys can go. So you see,
And then you
that
lose
has
them.
contributed
Yeah.
to the breakdown of things. And I will tell you that today the jails are full of young men.
I hear.
The biggest population.
Globally or just in Africa or Kenya?
I think it's globally.
Okay.
I think it's globally. If you look at Kenya, for example, how many prisons do we have of women?
You're the lawyer, tell me. I've never thought about that.
They are not there. We have the famous one,
Langata
Langata. It's
women.
a small, it's not a big prison.
Okay, it's just...
But how many jails of men do we have? Oh, we have Kamiti, Chimolatewa, Nini, all those things. Manyani.
Lots.
They are men. And also young men. Very young men. If you go to courts today, the criminal courts, you go, for example, to Makadara, to Kibera, to the High Court criminal cases, and even into the counties. When the cells are opened for people to come out and be charged, you will find maybe there are 50 young men with 2 or 3 girls. So what's happening? There's a breakdown of things. And when you put all these boys in prison, so what is the future?
For the man, for
the society, for the family, for the country, for the nation, and for the world.
True.
Yes. So, and some of these things are things that probably would have been dealt with.
Yeah.
Had they had people to deal with them, or to come together and see what's happening.
Yeah.
Yes. But yes, they are in prison. There are many. There are so many. Even in courts, you go there and you look and wonder. 18, 19, 20, 21, up to 30.
Those are staggering numbers.
Exactly.
Those are scary. That's scary data.
It is true.
It's things that we actually, personally, I would say, haven't paid attention to.
But that is.
And I don't know how many people in the country are paying attention to such things.
Yes.
And when we are talking about boys, we think about maybe drugs and all that. But to think about that they are rotting in jail.
There are very many.
It is quite important for us to pay attention.
Even if you look at the cases, the very many cases that come up, even you find that the boys are the ones who are in those cases.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot to do, and I love the work you're doing at Save the Family. I obviously would love to be part of that, to just also advocate for even other issues that are affecting boys
Exactly.
you know, disabilities and challenges that we are seeing at the boy child going through and the girl child.
Yes.
All of it
All
together.
of them are our children.
All of them are
and
our
we need
kids.
them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Wakili, and that's beautiful work. I love your passion for schools, your
Yes.
passion for communities. We come from the same village, so we are looking to...
And we've done things together in that
Yes,
village.
and
you
we are
know.
looking to uplift. Let's
Yes.
continue uplifting.
We
And
shall.
we are cheering you on.
Yes.
We are proud of you, girl
you.
from Oetima.
Eh,
So, you know, and I'm just all the way to shout out to Oetima. So that when people are looking at where do they want to go in the city, you can see
Yes.
a brilliant lawyer right there, went to school without shoes.
Thank
She has
you.
said her story in my book. So we are going to talk a little bit about that. And she's a mom of 4
Yes.
and a grandma of
3.
Wow, look at you. You look 22.
Oh.
Can you say in Kikuyu, Shosho Manyanga?
I'm not Manyanga.
I want to look like you and my granny. Yeah,
I'm just happy with where I am right now.
Yeah,
I wouldn't remove anyone here.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
You look good. We are proud
Thank
of you.
you.
As us from Othaya,
Yes.
we are proud of you because you are representing. And these are the kind of things that we want to do in our communities, to inspire
Yes.
our communities, to inspire our children back there to when they're thinking, how shall we ever get out of this village? This is how you do it, by going to school, working hard, and, you know, becoming a lawyer.
And many
Yeah.
other professions, you know.
And
they are
many
all
other
there.
professions.
The
yeah.
world has opened up.
Exactly. You can be a
Yeah.
musician, you can
Yes.
be a guitarist, you can
can
be a
do.
chef.
Yes.
Yes, follow your heart and work
Yes,
hard at
yes.
it. So thank you so much, Wakili, for the story that you told about your dear mom. And I always ask people how the stories of their mothers, because I feel like our mothers had left a mark. And some stories, sometimes they could be forgotten. We are talking about how many years ago now since she rested?
About 37 or so.
Yeah. May she continue to rest well and smile down on you.
Yes.
So I would like you to tell us a little bit about her. Your story is here on page 138. Please delve into Tea with Mom and catch up with this story. But what is it that you can tell us about your mom? And how did she inspire your own journey? I know you've already almost finished kulea. The babies
bado niko.
Bado unalea.
Yes,
Okay.
bado ninalea
And they say
because
kulea is forever.
my last ones are still at the university.
Yes,
So bado
yeah.
tunalea. And parenting never ends.
It never ends.
Never stops.
It's lifelong.
You continue parenting.
Yeah.
Even, and I know your mom is still parenting you.
She is.
And she worries herself.
And even my granny,
in
before
the
she
night.
passed on at past 100, she was still worried about her daughter, my mom.
Exactly.
Asking, how is my little daughter?
Exactly.
And my mom right now is still calling me. Did the meeting happen?
Yes.
Yeah, parenting is
So
lifelong,
parenting,
yeah.
once you make a decision to be a parent,
Yeah,
that is lifetime.
yeah,
You can't get out of it.
yeah.
And it's about just being committed
Yes.
to where God put you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I am a mother and I am happy, and I am a mother of 4, as you said, 3 boys, 1 girl. Yes. And
Tell us about your mom and how her journey has inspired yours.
my mom is and I have said it all in this book.
Yes.
Tea with Mom.
Yes.
And yes, as you say, the story is here in page 139. That's me here, the little girl carrying a bag, going to school. And Mom, I think her story is very long. You know that. I think we have done this with you.
Yes.
And she also passed on at a very young age of about 44, 45. But she had done her job. She left an impact. And what inspires me, continues to inspire me, is how our mom was just resilient. Because she was this God-fearing woman with 6 children. and then committed to her family and husband and all that, and doing all that what moms do, moms and wives do, you know, just ensuring that things flow and all that, and going to church, teaching the values, instilling good discipline, and you know,
Yes.
the things that we all want for our children. And unfortunately, that the marriage didn't work.
Yes.
And it broke at a very young age. I think she was barely into her 30s when that happened.
Oh.
And she was left to take care of these 6 children without
Alone.
And yes, and she did it. Difficult, but she did it with stride and you know, faith and grind.
Yeah.
The way you've put it here.
Yeah.
You know,
faith.
devoted to faith and grind.
Yes.
She did it, and what the thing about her is that she had not gone to school, the formal schools as we know them, but all she could read was the Bible. She could read that. How she got to learn reading, I don't know, but she never went to school.
They were taught how to read the Bible first.
Yes.
By the colonial.
I don't know, but not in a school setting, because at that time
I think it was in church.
They were not. I think it's in church because they were not being taken to school. She was not taken to school. Her brothers were.
Okay.
But she wasn't taken to school. But she knew how to read the Bible, and she would read, and the hymn books, Kikuyu, yes. So, and you know, she was this saved woman who was leading the fellowship.
Yes.
And then the marriage wasn't working. It didn't work. Yeah. And you can imagine at that time, it was very traumatic for her. Now that I'm grown, I can see how hard it was for her. You know, because, you know, there is this thing of you're in the church and you're praying and you're doing things right. Why is this breaking?
Yes.
So that can happen, and it does happen even today. But it was very traumatic, but she didn't dwell on it. She looked at what she has on her table, 6 children.
Yes.
Will she spend all her time crying over that? So she had this happy demeanor.
Okay.
Happy and doing everything that she could to put food on the table, and we never went hungry, I can tell you. And the thing about her is that she looked at education as so important.
She knew it would.
Yes. And I think she saw it as the only path to get out of where we were. So we went to school, and we never missed school.
Yeah.
You know, primary up to high school.
Yeah.
And of course, she passed when some of us had not finished school.
That's when you were just finishing.
Yes, we were just finishing. Me and others were still even in primary. But the seed had been planted, and we soldiered on. And here we are, and we are so really proud of that, of what she did. Because many people didn't understand, why is she struggling too much? Yeah. I mean, it could have been very easy for us to be employed as house girls by the people, well-to-do people in the village, but she could hear none of that. And I can tell you that some of them were looking to do that. And she said, no, my children are going to school. And we did.
Yeah.
So, yes, resilience and faith. And she could see far than many people could at that time. Yes.
Mothers are visionary, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're able to tap into this, you know, opportunities that you can't see them.
Yes.
As a, you know, with, you know, sitting down. That's what they say.
Yes. Yes. And so, and church also helped her a lot. Just being in fellowship. After the initial shock, of course, of this thing didn't work.
Yeah.
She didn't shy and stay home or think what are people saying. No. She was this proud and happy woman, serving the church diligently and taking her children to Sunday school and making a church at home still.
Yes.
Praying like we started praying every day. There was the turn of all of us.
Yes.
You had your turn to pray, to read the Bible, to do all that.
Oh,
and we could do, there was a ritual like that.
Beautiful.
Every day. So we grew up in church.
Rooted in faith.
Completely. We were grounded in faith. from very early. The minute we could talk,
Yeah.
we started praying and we started singing and we started cleaning the church.
You
As we
told me
grow
she used
older,
to keep the keys.
yes, and we would clean
Yes.
every Saturday, and that is it.
Wow.
Yes.
Beautiful.
So yes, she did all that just to keep us in check, and we didn't disappoint because we went on to continue practicing the values that she still instilled in us.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And I think that's what most of us mothers will, want to do for their children.
Yes.
I celebrate her.
Yes.
And I know you want to write a book about her. You started. Where are you at now with the
It is manuscript.
Yes.
It's good.
You need to complete that
I will
book.
complete.
And the other day you celebrated her.
Yes, we
in your
did.
local church.
Yes, we
How
did.
was that?
It was very, very emotional part. And we were all there very happy. We had to give back to the church she helped found. She's one of the founders of that ACK Witima St. Stephen's Church.
Yes.
And in the congregation there were women her age are still there. And they could remember, and they were so happy that she could see that what their sister planted germinated and grew.
Yeah.
And
through
they
her
never
kids.
forgot
Yes.
where they started.
Yes.
Because it all started there
Yes.
in that small church. Now it's a big one.
Now it's a big, huge
Big
church.
cathedral almost.
Yes.
But we had to go back and celebrate her and sing her favorite songs
Oh.
and just talk about her.
Yes.
And we could talk now without tears.
Oh. Beautiful.
Yes,
Yeah.
because for a long time we could just meet and cry.
Yeah.
But now we are talking about her without tears.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've cried.
Yes.
We've cried a lot, even as we wrote the book.
Yes, we did.
The story. What?
Yes, we cried
we
and
were
cried.
Stopping and continuing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's a beautiful story that you should tell.
Just amazing. Even this thing of giving back, I can tell you that the seed was planted then. Because my mother, even whatever it is, that little that she had, and she knew that you don't have to have a lot to give. And there is this verse she always said, the hand that gives is better than the hand that receives.
Yes.
So give. Don't wait to be given.
Yeah.
So she wasn't going there begging and saying, give. No. No.
It's more beautiful to give
than to receive.
To receive.
So
and when you give, you never lack.
You do not
lack.
I am telling you, do not lack. Like you open your hand and you're opening your hand to others.
Yes.
And God sees that hand and fills it up.
True.
So it's not about being rich, no.
Yeah.
It is just sharing your life with others and seeing like there's something I can do. And sometimes it's not monetary. Sometimes it's just inspiring a person or helping in whichever way you can.
Yeah.
And just being there, like the way we go to schools.
Yeah.
Seeing, just giving a helping hand to a neighbor or to a person in need. And they don't need to be your relatives. They don't need you don't need to know them. They're human beings.
Yeah.
Yes.
So thank you so much for that. When you think about what now lessons that you learned from your mother, what are the 2-3 things that you're carrying on in your own journey?
In my own journey, it is the power of not giving up. Never give up.
That
no
resilience.
matter
Yes.
what is there. Soldier on. Yes.
Yeah.
Be strong. And don't walk with a gloomy face.
Yeah.
Yes. Cultivate that happiness, joy. Don't give up. It can be dark, but there'll be light.
Yeah.
And darkness does not last. Yes. And she also used to say that poverty doesn't have roots. That there are no roots that are so it is very shallow.
Yes.
You can come out of it. Yes. So resilience.
Yeah.
And the thing of having faith in God.
Yeah.
Looking up to a being that loves you. That no matter who abandons you, God is there to hold your hand. Because the power of prayer is what also has sustained me. Yes, and I know what God can do. That I have
seen it. Yeah.
Yes, I have seen it.
Yes.
And I know that God is watching.
Yes.
And God will never forsake you. Tell him and give the burdens to him.
Yes.
He will do it. And that doesn't mean that your life, you see, will be trouble-free.
No.
No. But it is just an assurance that even when I walk
Yes.
through this dark space,
Yes.
I know I am not abandoned. And I am there, that even though you walk
Yes.
through the valley, dark valley, I am there with you.
Awesome.
You see, that is to say that God never leaves you.
Yeah.
Even when things are thick, never lose faith.
Yeah.
Just know that you have him. He is there with you. He'll hold you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
And he will create a way out of the situation you find yourself in. So
Yeah.
prayer, the power of prayer, that I hold close.
Hey, Akili, I didn't know you're also a pastor. Now I've seen you pastoring to me. I'm about to kneel down, we pray.
Oh yes, we kneel. And my mother used to pray kneeling.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
kneeling. Yes.
You told me about
Yes,
it.
just beside the
You'd
bed.
wake up and find her
Kneeling
praying
there
for all
and
of
praying.
you.
Yes.
Oh, may she rest
Yes,
well.
yes.
She planted good seeds.
She did.
At the end of the story, I remember why we cried so much is we felt like she just passed on when you were going to university.
Yes.
And you thought that, if only.
Yes.
But I know she's still,
Yes,
she's proud.
Yes, she is proud. And what I see, and that is what I said in church the other time,
Yes.
is that she lived a whole life.
Yes. And you
And
said
it
that too.
and it is enough.
Yes.
And she did, at that age, she did what many people do not accomplish, even when they live for
Many
so
more
long.
years. Yes.
Because it is not about the many years that you live.
Yes. The
It is
quality.
about what you do.
Yes. With the time you have.
With the time you have. Yes. She had done.
A lot.
And God saw that you have finished
The
the
race.
work I did. I gave you.
Yes.
The work I gave you.
Yes.
You have finished, and you have done it so well.
Yes.
Come and rest with me.
Yes.
Because she never forgot that there is a place
Yeah.
where we are all going to meet our God. So she did how, and even though questions were asked, people asked, how can this happen? Whatever, we cried for years.
I know.
But looking back at it, and for some time now, I've seen that she lived a whole life.
Yeah.
And those were enough years for her. That is what God gave her, and she did well with them.
Amen.
And God watched over whatever was left, that what we thought she needed to do.
Yes.
God takes it over
Yes.
and finishes it.
Yeah.
You don't have to be there, and it is not us who do. When we submit to God, great things happen.
Yes.
Because the children did not die. They never stopped going to school.
Yes.
They never went hungry or without clothing.
Yes.
Because God
Took it over. Wow. Hey, Lord. That's beautiful.
Yes.
And I'm glad to see your beautiful smile now. We thank God. And I think there are many lessons. I am being told that our time is up, but there are many lessons that we can learn from this, even recovering from loss.
Yes.
And moving forward.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is so, like, now being a woman and seeing how people go through this thing of family breakup and how you are there depressed and hiding from people.
Yes.
And with that shame and things.
Yes.
I see, like, the faith really helped my mother.
Yeah.
And just being out there after the initial setback, I think she just went out there and continued living the life.
Yeah.
Taking care of her children, but she never stopped interacting, going for fellowships,
Yes.
leading worship, and just being in that church. Yes. And knowing that God knows my future.
God is still God.
God is still God.
Yes.
And you did nothing. And you are not to blame for what happened. Yes. And sometimes bad things happen to good people.
Yes.
But
Many times.
the thing is, God is still there.
Yeah.
And he can see and he knows. So there is no need, and sometimes it's hard to get out of it.
Yeah.
But you can, and you can thrive even after that loss.
Yeah.
Yes. So I saw that, and like, she was just a happy person.
Yeah.
A lot of music, singing.
It helps. Maybe
Oh,
that was the
singing,
therapy.
and I think that is therapy. It's very therapeutic.
It's very therapeutic.
Like, she was singing, and she could sing all those songs. They were all in her head.
Yes.
Whether she's in the farm, whether she's doing what, you will just hear her singing loudly and happy. And I think that was her way of coping.
It helps a lot.
And the
Yeah.
praying and the fellowships, and it did.
It does.
It did. Yes, because at early 30s, surely,
Yeah, she was
and she
young.
focused on what she needed to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah, those are deep lessons. In someone who is going through loss, you know, have lost a mom, you know, those are good lessons that you will thrive, you will heal
Yes.
eventually.
You heal. It's a journey. Yes, because sometimes a tear can come out.
Yes.
But the pain is not as excruciating. It was too much the first few years. Like we meet as a family, we sometimes could not do anything except cry.
Yeah.
Wondering where are we and why, you know, and missing her too much. But you heal slowly, and losing a mother, you never totally heal.
You can't.
You can't, because it is still there. But sometimes you even smile about your experiences.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can feel the pain coming. But again, this is life. This is life. And you focus on, what did she plant in me? What can I do myself that I can leave such a rich legacy?
Yes.
That I can inspire so many people. What can I do?
Yeah.
And we continue doing that.
Yeah. And you've done such a good job.
And we'll continue doing.
Yes. I wanted to also mention quickly about the work you're doing for educating people in our Central Kenya on legal matters.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us just a little bit about that.
A little bit. There is this program of Menya Kihoto Gyaku.
Yes. Menya Kihoto
Loosely
Gyaku.
translated, it comes up on Saturday.
Inoro TV.
On Inoro TV.
Yes.
It is a program where many lawyers, we are about 6 or so, with a host, where we just give back to community, really.
Yes.
Because we talk about the topics that are really dear to the people, things that are disturbing them in families, things to do with just the common law things that people have no clue. That you know, there is this thing of lawyers are expensive.
Yes.
How do
Can
I
we
get
afford
wakili?
lawyers?
Because in the village people they
Even
threaten
in the
each other
city.
and say, I will take you to my lawyer. And
even in the city.
and
I'm
then you
calling
are
my
shocked
lawyer.
because now my lawyer, me, if you talk of lawyer, how will I even do this?
Yes.
So it has helped demystify this thing of lawyers.
Yeah.
Because we speak in Kikuyu.
Okay. I love
We
that.
tackle things to do with succession.
Okay.
About the will, how to distribute property, things to do with divorce, custody of children, matrimonial property, just the things that are, and the common things even about criminal law and companies. How do you deal with all those things? So we talk about that, and there's the people also post the questions on the page,
Okay.
which we also answer.
Okay.
And that way the feedback has been amazing. So
We-
we continue to do that.
Okay.
And from the landscape and the society continues to change. So emerging issues, we deal with them so that we break them
Yes.
slowly for the person down there
Yeah.
to understand.
Yeah.
And we are glad just to do that. Yes.
And you'll be surprised even someone up here still doesn't know a lot about
No, there is that thing of
legal
even
issues.
we even talk, because people here, they are going to court, they panic. They
well,
panic,
yes.
even, because it is a place where people fear,
Yeah.
even educated ones. I mean, if you've
Yeah.
never been to court, they're like, what will happen now? And they can't
Exactly.
even sleep
Yes.
because they are going to give evidence in court and they're wondering. So
Yeah.
we help to break down and to allay the fears and just tell them what to expect,
Yeah.
and just to relax and
Yeah.
in that space. Yes, because these are things, they are for us. They're supposed to serve us.
Yes.
And we need to understand them.
That the law is actually for us.
Yes, it's
to
for
support us, not
and
to...
even the courts are what they are for, an orderly society to
to thrive.
To thrive.
Yes.
Because you can imagine where there is no law and order,
Yeah.
what would happen.
It would be chaotic.
So we try to make people relax about it by just talking, in the language
I
that
love
is
that.
simplified.
I love
so
that.
we avoid also speaking in technical language
Jargon,
and
yeah, because
jargon,
legal jargon
and
is
we
too
just use
much.
down there the language, and we
Yeah.
are able
I think
to
that's
communicate.
That's why ordinary people like us, we disconnect with legal things. Even Parliament, when they're talking, people are quoting article what, we can understand. And so most of the time we end up not understanding the Constitution even.
Yes.
So I really love that work, and I think we shall definitely call you back here.
Yes.
We'll have done the questions.
Yes.
Then we can ask you, especially on for her space. I'm sure women would like to know many things in Marriage Act,
Yes.
divorce
Yes.
law and what it means,
Yes.
custody of children.
Yes.
You told me before we started the show about prenups.
Yes.
In Kenya now, that is happening.
It is happening.
Okay.
We are doing prenuptial.
Okay.
Prenuptials.
It's very important
agreements of people who are mature, and they have acquired properties, and they want to marry, and they want to agree before.
Yeah.
Yes, before the marriage.
In case we part.
In case we part, this is gonna happen.
Okay.
And you are not part of this and this and this. Just know that we are married, but there are things that they are not.
We cannot share.
They are not us.
Okay.
Yes, they agree on many things.
We have reached that level
and
of
it
maturity.
helps. Yes, we are doing them now.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I think those Wakili are things that I would like you to come back and share.
Yes.
The other day after another show.
Yes.
And because you told me you'd like questions to be asked earlier, we'll
Yes.
prepare the questions.
Yes.
And then we'll ask you like 10, 20, depending on what our
we
audience
can,
is.
you can just pick up like a topic.
Yes.
We deal with that.
Yeah.
Exhaustively.
Yeah.
I can come a few times.
Yeah.
We just talk about the women and their,
Exactly. It's important. I saw when the Gen Zs went out and TikTokers started breaking down the Constitution for people.
Yes.
And Kenyans have started to understand
Exactly.
the Constitution.
Yes.
We are now understanding about the finance bill.
Yes.
And things that matter to us that
Exactly.
we've been ignoring and we've been hurting.
Yes.
Complaining in ignorance.
Yes.
So we really appreciate that level of enlightening the people.
Yes.
And I love that you started with home. Charity begins at home.
It does.
So that our people in Mount Kenya can understand.
Yes.
And you're speaking to them in mother tongue, in Gikuyu, which is so good. I don't know how you're interpreting all those jargons.
No, we don't use jargon. We speak in
layman language. Oh.
Because it can all be broken out.
Yes.
Down.
Yes.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's good work.
Because they are the things that are affecting the ordinary person.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we need to break it down in a way that they can understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We want to wrap up.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming and honoring this invitation.
Yes.
For telling us the story of your mom.
Yes.
Her name?
Joyce.
Joyce
Mukami.
Joyce Mukami.
Yes.
May she continue to rest well.
Yes.
May she know that she's celebrated.
She is and
Down
loved,
here.
and loved forever.
And loved forever.
Yes.
By her children and all of us.
Yes.
The children that she has impacted.
Yes.
And I hope that many people will catch up with your story. And I also hope that we can finish the book for Joyce Mukami.
Yes.
Her own book.
Yes, we shall.
Yes.
We shall.
So that we can put it on the shelf and a lot of people can read about her.
Yes.
I honor you. I love you so much. Thank you for coming.
Yes.
And I look forward to more sessions together. I want you to just close and tell someone out there, what you would like to tell them.
So you out there, if things are hard, it is not the end of the road. You can get out of that situation.
Yes.
Look ahead. Don't be consumed by the problems. Get out, and God has a great future for you.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you so much, Wakili.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us today, our audience. Today we had Naomi Wanjiko Maina, a lawyer by profession, an educator, a passionate mom, grandma, and she told us a beautiful story of her mom, Joyce Mukami, of who she's writing a book about. So look out for it. And we hope that she'll come back here to tell us all things legal. And she'll educate us on many topics as we have discussed. So if you have questions, legal matters, please post your questions and I'm sure she'll be sure to answer them, even online, even as we prepare for the next session. So thank you so much. Have a good afternoon. Please remember to subscribe and comment and share right here at Her Space. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you.
Done.